complete a 360, but the wall got in the way.
Caution comes out.
John West and happened to hit him again and finally spun him all the way around. Watch as Crafton gets into the corner, hits him a couple times, and instead of letting him go, he just keeps hitting him. But then Townley messes up here by hitting the gas.
He made pretty significant contact with the outside wall. There's a
back at Richmond, a terrible crash for Derrick Cope. Turns 1 and 2.
I mean, you know, we were talking, look, the roof has been ripped almost off the car.
Top of your screen. Wow.
Just a vicious. It's like the accelerator home. Like he got down the corner and he just never backed off.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. Man, he's got the left front brake locked up, trying to get the car slowed down, and he will not slow down, just going straight ahead. And the car's still rolling. See, it's still not stopping because now he can't make it stop because he's lost all the breath. He doesn't have the strength to reach up and touch the brakes now, so the car's still rolling.
Jamie Dick, 55, was in the middle of that group that we were pointing at, and Nelson Piquet Jr.
So the 30 just drove in there and killed the rest of it.
You might have got a little help from Brian Vickers. Is that who that was in the 20?
Yep. And then
He didn't give Brian much room there, so Brian was keeping it as low as he possibly could. He came down, and that was a lot of damage to the front end there.
That's what's so tough is some of these lap cars, you know, they're trying to stay out of the way the best they can, especially when leaders are too wide behind them. They got to make a decision of what lane do I want to.
Must be a. And we have a crash up in turn number 3. A couple of cars involved. Shauna Robinson and Michael Waltrip comes through and hits Richard Laster very hard from behind. Wow. Laster's car was stopped at the bottom of the racetrack, and Michael Waltrip had no place to go and hit Richard.
And Jimmy Spencer split the 5 car, and Gordon gets the position. And then the car sits there, and along comes Michael Waltrip and plows in the back of Lassiter.
Everybody, all the action was behind Jeff and Jimmy as they split the difference. 2 other cars do also, Labonte and Urban, but watch.
Michael Waltrip, bam! That is a heavy hit.
It is.
Keep our eye on big crash in turn 2, the 33 in the wall hard. Michael Waltrip getting into the wall in turn number 2, and he comes to a stop, bringing out our second caution of the night.
See Michael moving around, takes the window net out to let the emergency crew know that he's okay, but take a look at what happened to Michael here. He just looks like he just got sideways. He was right around the 17 of David Rudum. Looked like Ted Musgrave is the one that did the damage to the front of that truck, so Ted Musgrave in the one truck has to have some damage.
It looked like Kenny Schrader was also right there, right behind Michael.
Yeah, there's Michael trying to get on the inside of David Rudum, and it just ran out a little bit of room. You see a hard contact with Ted Musgrave.
I'm going to tell you what, this is going to be a big shakeup in the points. I would have to think that Ted Musgrave has got some damage.
Oh! Matt Crafton hardened the outside wall. That's going to bring out the caution. Crafton. Well, that was a big hit for Matt Crafton.
Did Matt. There's the 98. He was running the high groove. Goes by the 99 of Brandon Jones. Get down in the corner here. Oh. Wow. Yeah, Grant made the move to the inside. He really closed on Matt.
Well, this was one of those wrecks that'll take your breath, as I believe it did Dennis Setzer. Setzer came flying into turn number 3, and it looks as if perhaps the throttle hung, Darrell.
The throttle hung, you see it snaps right there. I got to believe that, I don't know, the brakes were working, that's for sure. You saw the wheels locked up, front wheels locked up there. I'm not sure what happened.
Could have been, he carried a lot of speed into the corner.
Could have been too much rear brake, and it snapped on him when he touched the brake. But throttle hung. We'll just have to find out from Dennis.
Track's going to stay cleaner because the lap car's up there, and we got one going around in turn 3 here.
0-1 of Vinnie Miller. Oh, and Christopher Bell sideways. He's involved in the crash.
We're destroyed.
Yep.
Same thing as a practice.
Nope.
Wow.
Worse.
That's a lot worse.
All right, 10-4.
2 cars
But he said it's just like yesterday in practice, which means he was dealing with brake issues, right? Am I reading that right?
As soon as he hits the brakes, that thing comes right around. Here's a good feel, Christopher Bell.
Watch Bell. And it just looked like brakes might have caused that car to come around. You think, Joey?
Yeah, it's just maybe too much bias one.
If he could win this race, he's got a little work to do if he is going to make that happen today. But boy, it's like a home track advantage.
We got trouble. David Gilliland in the 38 car, hard at the inside wall. The caution will fly.
He's at the inside of the entrance of turn 3. It's Johnny Benson on the outside of Gilliland. He gets into Benson.
Yeah, he just drove up in there and hit Benson in the left rear. The car just pushed with him, didn't have enough front grip. Now watch this thing go right in that hole. Every time they spin back there, they go right in that hole.
Once again, I want to keep making note, that hard of lick, that rear wing still stayed attached to that deck lid.
That would just, Gilliland really, I think he must have.
Looks as though he's got a little redemption in mind here tonight. Oh, look out as he has a tire situation. Here comes Edwards right into it. They cross the line, and guess who wins the race? Stenhouse. Well, thanks to Carl Edwards. Gave him what a real crazy finish. No,
I don't think that's
the
tire.
engine.
That's an engine.
It's the engine. You're right.
Wow.
And I wonder if Carl got into the fluid and couldn't steer.
I would think so, because you'd think he could have missed it, but it's hard to say from up here.
You're right, though. It looked like a tire from there.
He did a good job of just keeping. He had smoke and oil, I guarantee you.
I think so.
Just couldn't miss him.
By Kyle Busch. Oh, the 18 team got into the back of the 78. Morton Truex Jr. slamming into the wall. He hits again. Contact made. Kyle Busch got to the back of the 78. The 78 spins and brings out the caution once again. Also involved the 7 of J.J. Yaley.
Truex taking it. Come down the track a little bit, but really didn't turn into the 18 car. J.J. Yaley just trying to get by. Nothing he could do. Watching the 78 come right across the racetrack. Huge impact. Hard shots.
Turn 1, there went the tire.
Oh, no.
Car 1, I mean.
That's not a risk that was worth taking.
Oh, no, this is.
Jamie McMurray's car is killed.
Result as well.
Watch this, Jeff. I mean, this is just like all of a sudden that left rear goes, and I mean, you're at max speed when that tire blew out.
There's nothing he could have done other than come to pit road.
And Jamie McMurray had potentially a top 5 car today.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. He had a great race car, and he's great here at Martinsville.
1990. I came off turn 2. I caught a bump by Robert Presley into the wall. I went, well, part of the wall. I hit the guardrail. The guardrail gave way. I hit the end of the concrete wall, and the car, it just blew up. And there's no other way to describe it. We all got a pretty good laugh out of that. But I was really concerned about the Kool-Aid man. I was driving the Kool-Aid car, and man.